robot, and then my group, my plan, and next. Robot is very useful these days because they save life, and then they save human from exposing dangerous chemical that can cause cancer. That's mainly. And for example, in the car factory, instead of human, they use robot to paint the car. So because the chemical in the painting is very dangerous for a human. So instead of human, they use robot. So it's safe. And in the military, they use a robot arm to defuse a bomb or IED. So they can save a lot of soldier life. And there are mainly two types of mechanical power source for the robot, which is hydraulic and motor power. But for this class, we're going to use a robot arm. They're going to use servo. And the software, we're going to use it USB Nextway and a USB Nexus. And the rest of my member are going to explain in detail.
Thank you, Sai. As just a second. Right. This one, as Sai mentioned, in this class we're going to use two programs to manipulate the overarms around to help us to complete our task. The first one is Asper Nessus. This program is basically help you to activate the robot first. And for the second one, we're going to use Nextway to help you to move the overarm to the position that you want it to be. And for these two types of robot that, as I mentioned previously, there's a common things for them, both of them. The common thing is that the working area of the robot is fixed. If you have the base of the robot is fixed, then you have a fixed working area. So we're thinking, what if you wanted to transfer an object that is out of its range? What are you gonna do? So, because like initial this idea, imagine if there's a helicopter trying to land in the jungle, but then you have to build a platform first, but the platform is out of the robot arm's range, so what are you gonna do? So we came up with a solution to solve that. Thank you.
Okay, so here we come to the programming. So we set up two robots and we're gonna start design to set up robot arm within their reach. We're gonna make a platform, so we're gonna use a piece of wood. So like we place in a certain point, so that first robot would be able to pick it up and then transfer it to a second robot. And then we have to design for the first robot in the whole position where the transferring has been occurred in 5 seconds, and then until the second robot grabs and brought it down to the lower point. So everything was usual, the same as the full movement, like first one transfer and the second one grab it and make a platform until, and like if there is some loopholes, there is some errors, and we gotta have to program the specific position, and then that was all pretty much the same all movement. So
Alright, so I'm going to talk about the application of our robot arms. Like Glenn has said before, our idea was about being basically in the army, and maybe you have to go to another country and you have to maybe camp in like a jungle or some like a forest or something, and you have nowhere where you can land your helicopters or airplanes for your supplies. So our idea was having these two robot arms, because each robot arm is limited to a certain distance. So what we did, we placed the first one to help the second one. Well, the first one helped the second one to put it to a farther reach, and the second one basically just creates the landing base for the supplies. And yeah, that's it. about it for the presentation.